Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and today I'm giving you the top 5 reasons to be excited for Rainbow Six Siege. Coming at number 5 is the graphics. The graphics look so impressive, and in my opinion they actually look better than what they looked at E3 and other gaming events where they showcased their game. A lot of games, let's put Watch Dogs as an example, show their games to have really good graphics, and they're actually not that good when the full game comes out. But in this case with Rainbow Six Siege, I think the game actually looks better now than it did at E3. At the end of the day, this is a beta, so the full game will be superior to what we have now. This game's graphics are definitely worthy of being called next gen. Anything from the menu with the smoke in the backgrounds to when you're actually in game, which is the most important of course, the detail on your weapons with little writing on the sides, your hands, your characters, the operators, the map, everything just looks so graphically impressive, and I'm really excited for this game and what else it can offer. As gamers, we all expect gameplay to be better than graphics, so even though graphics are good, we have to remember, if the graphics are good and the gameplay is shitty, we will not like this game and it will be a failure. Now coming at number 4 is tension. What do I mean by tension? I mean the way the rounds play out. This game, Rainbow Six Siege, is sort of like a really good version of Call of Duty Search and Destroy. Back in the day on Modern Warfare 2, the first Black Ops, games like that, I used to play Search and Destroy a lot, and this game reminds me of that. I don't really like to compare this game to Call of Duty because they're not really similar, are they? They're similar in a few ways, but there are many differences. But I think this game is a much better version of Search and Destroy. You have different operators to play, it's slower paced, there's more tactics involved, the gameplay's funner. It is so much better than Search and Destroy Call of Duty. And let's be honest, S&D has been a very successful mode in the Call of Duty franchise, so you can only imagine how many people will enjoy this sort of slow paced gameplay where you use your tactics to defeat your enemy, and you can't really be a lone wolf, can you? You can sort of attack by yourself if you want, but if you play as a team you stand a much better chance of winning a game, and that is just how you should play this game, isn't it? You should play the tactics and just win it for your team. Now coming in at number 3 is the gameplay. As I said before, gameplay over graphics. The graphics are great, but the gameplay is also really good. Tension comes into the gameplay quite a lot. It is a very slow paced game, but that is not a bad thing at all. You have to be very careful. You can't just go in there guns blazing and try and take out a few enemies. You gotta go really slowly. You have to think about your attack and sort of plan out what you are doing before you actually play the game, which really appeals to me. And you really have to communicate as a team to defeat the enemy and win the rounds for your team, and I really do like this sort of gameplay. A lot of people may say that this gameplay could get repetitive, and I could agree with that. Even though the game modes really do look quite similar, I don't think the gameplay is going to get boring. I think I'm going to put a lot of hours into this game, and then I'll truly tell you if the gameplay is repetitive. But from what I've played in the beta, I'm not getting bored of it at all. And at the moment, the gameplay is so good that at the moment this beta is keeping me away from Fallout 4, Battlefront, and the Bloodborne DLC that have all came out recently. So what does that tell you about the game? That tells you that it's very good, and if it's keeping me hooked, I'm sure it's going to keep a lot of you hooked to the game. Most of the people who play this game want to play the objective, want to help their team out, want to communicate with the team and win the game. Some people go for friendly fire and just piss about and troll you, but that is a minority in a massive community that we're going to have in this game. Now coming at number 2 is the operators. The developers have done such a good job to make the operators diverse from each other. When you are attacking or defending, you have so many options. All the different operators offer a very different way of gameplay, and before you start your game you have to consider what sort of role do you want to play in the team. When you select a certain operator, you cannot afford to not use the equipment you are offered, because if you think about it, nobody on your team has that. Once you select the operator, no one else on your team can. So if you've selected him, you have to use him effectively. Do your role. That is very important. In a full game, if people use certain operators and don't do their role, I can see a lot of people getting pissed off and not wanting to play the game because people aren't playing the objective. Every operator has their own advantages and disadvantages. One important thing I forgot to mention is every single operator has a counter. So no matter which operator you use, there will be someone else on the other team who has a certain equipment that will be able to counter yours. Now coming in at number 1 as the most exciting thing about Rainbow Six Siege in my opinion is tactics. This sort of squashes gameplay into this as well, because tactics are so important in this game. What is the most valuable thing you can do for your team? Is it use a specific weapon? Is it use specific equipment? Is it select the right operator? Is it get a good KD? No. The most important thing to have on you in this game is a mic. If you are in a party with your friends or even in game chat and you have a mic and you can speak to your team, you can have such a massive advantage. You can tell people where their positions are, you can play the objective perfectly, you can really use strategy to your advantage if you have a microphone. If you're in a team full of random people, none of you have a mic, none of you know each other, you're not speaking to each other, you are at a huge disadvantage. Even if you are a bad player, you can help your teammate massively by using cameras, by spotting enemies, and just telling people where other people are, and just using strategy to your advantage in general. Communication is key in this game, and in the full game, I can see a lot of sort of clans battling each other, and it can perhaps be the next multiplayer game that hooks a lot of people, and it is a very competitive community. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more.